It may only be March, but Thanksgiving dinner was on the table in Bridgeport last night. Some vets came into Homes for the Brave and got a hot meal of turkey and stuffing and all the trimmings. The Home is an organization. It's devoted to helping out homeless veterans. Organizers say the night was about more than just a free meal. It was also about showing support for a veteran who needs a leg up. For more information on how you can help out veterans in Bridgeport and other places, just log on to ctnow.com and click on the As Seen on Fox CT.
And even with budget issues and possible higher taxes, turns out life here in Connecticut is pretty good. In fact, a new Gallup survey found Connecticut ranks number 9 on its top 10 states well-being index. So what put our state in the number 9 spot? Basic feelings of well-being, from emotional and physical health to access to jobs and good schools to general optimism. Hawaii ranked in at number 1. Now we're going to send it over to Rick Hancock.
All right, it's Monday, so we are minding your business, and with Howard Schwartz from the Connecticut Better Business Bureau, we're about a month away from tax filing date, and if you haven't done so, we want to make sure you don't get scammed by when people are trying to scam you, trying to get your services, or if you're looking for a tax preparer. Good morning.
Good morning, Rick. There are actually two threads to these kinds of scams. One of them is that people are impersonating members of the IRS or the Treasury Department, and they're trying to get your personal information through phishing. That's with a PH. Right. And the other are people who basically are using the fear of the IRS, and fear is a very good motivator to get people to give information.
If someone says they're calling from the IRS, it's going to get your attention, but the IRS, they normally don't call.
They don't call, they don't send emails, so right away you should be suspicious about these kinds of announcements. They already have that information on file, as we find out every year when we get our tax return.
Now, more and more people are preparing their taxes on their own, but they also are seeking tax preparers. So if you are on the offensive looking for someone to help, what should you do not to get scammed? Because you said a lot of people have gotten scammed across the country.
Indeed. Well, let me give you a quick thumbnail. There were over 8,400 complaints nationwide over the past year. Returns not done properly, in some cases returns that were not even sent in to the IRS. But yes, there are some things we should be doing, and preferably select from your own.
You can check the credentials.
Check the credentials. You want to find out if they're a member of a professional association that has a code of ethics to follow.
And what's accessibility? What does that mean?
Accessibility means once tax time is over and you haven't heard from IRS, if 8 months down the road, a year down the road, you find out there's some kind of problem with your return, you want to make sure that you can get in touch with the people who prepared it so they can represent you in court.
And ask around for other people that you know, who did they use?
Doesn't hurt. Some people, and most tax preparers are legitimate, very well-respected, truthful people. Always ask around, find out what people's experiences have been, but there are some kinds of people that you don't want. You don't want people who are going to promise you ridiculously sized refunds before they've seen your return.
And another great resource, of course, is your website at ctbbb.org, and actually you have a great article that people should check out to con artists rely on fear of IRS to cheat taxpayers. You should check that out. And Howard Schwartz, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich.
For helping people mind your business, guys.
Howard, Rick, thanks. 7:16. Let's check the roads. It's ugly out there.
Yes, some